Hey guys, sorry for the look. I just got off work. Stayed a little late. But we'll just dive right into it, right? For reading 3.1 Friends and Family Relationship Overview, um, when I was reading it, I kind of agree with the whole lifespan of friendships. I've had a lot of friendships that are long term. I have a best friend who has been my best friend since I was in 8th grade, and have we throughout our lifespan of friendship had our ups and downs? Yeah, there's been times where we stopped talking due to this some conflict, and we always came back together. And I just see the friendship developed as through immaturity and goofing around, and now it's we're best friends, and we're adults now, and we both work full time, and we get together afterwards work and hang out, and we discuss similar things still about our lives and progressing and kind of moving around. And it's just kind of nice to see the friendship, the lifespan of friendship, how it's dynamic, and things can change along the way. And then at the same time, I've terminated friendships. I've terminated friendships that were unhealthy. Both of us, both parties, agreed that it was an unhealthy friendship. There was a lot of either emotional or some part of connection that wasn't reciprocated by one party to the other, and we had decided that the best thing was to terminate the friendship. And it wasn't due to out of anger. It's just sometimes that's how the works with friendships. You have to do that. And sometimes it's very similar with family. I've had family that I've canceled my relationship with because it's just an unhealthy relationship with a family member, and it's not because I don't want to. It's just that's just how it is. So going into reading 3.2, the difference between viewing friendships as fragile and as flexible, I definitely see this. I do have some friendships that I would consider very fragile. Ones where if you not cross them, if you just give your honest opinion and it's not what they want it to be, then um, they will reflect in a negative manner, and it just isn't really good. But I've seen friendships that are flexible, where they work with you and they see your opinion. They don't, but they argue at the same time, and it's just kind of nice. And it just kind of shows that you can really base your friendships off that. People who are flexible, who are willing to work with you, it just kind of they work with you a lot more. I mean, and you don't have to worry about being fragile and having to tiptoe around certain subjects because you don't want to hurt your friendship. I mean, that's at least what I kind of got from it. I mean, that's where I was kind of seeing it. We'll go into reading 3.3 now, drunk dialing motives. Now, this is a common issue in college, I feel like. We uh, sometimes are just drunk and send out text messages that we don't really want to, but we do it because of our inner urges. And I agree that the motives for drunk dialing, texting, and posting is really what the article is saying. There's some type of connection that we're trying to fulfill, and sometimes we lack the confidence to fulfill that connection in person. So what we do is we do it when we're drunk, and I agree with that. I definitely see that. I mean, being a victim and a reciprocator of both, just sending them and receiving them through situations like that, and you're either bored or it happens. And I really think that's something that people do quite frequently, and it's becoming almost common nowadays. And it's kind of scary that we've decided that it's going to be something that we're going to allow to be common. Now we'll go into reading 3.4, home, families, and new media, and just kind of talking about social media and homes. It's becoming big. I mean, my parents, they both have their iPads, so they have their Facebooks and Twitters on. My brother has his phone, Facebook, Twitter, and I have my social medias. And so when you look at it, we're all on our phones at times searching our social medias, showing Facebook feeds and things like that. And social media has just become so integrated with, a lot of families where everybody's on their phones. And it's not even that. I know for my family, our TV has a computer hooked up through it, so we can look at our Facebooks through the computer and all that, and it's just kind of scary to see that the boundaries of home and social media are so distorted now that there's no separation. We're always on our phones, always checking, always have to check our news feed, see what's going on. There's no real boundaries or borders or barriers any longer. It's really just you can be accessed anywhere at any time for however long you want, and it's not a bad thing per se, but it's not a good thing either. It's just kind of more of it's so integrated, it's almost become one. So that's what I kind of think about that. And going to reading 3.5, Scary, Crazy, and Clueless. The parents. The three types of parents are absolutely right on. The scary parents, who are always on there and can post some crazy, bizarre things, and your friends see, not good. Or they stalk you, or they check your social media constantly seeing what you're doing, what you're posting, what you're saying. Scary. Crazy are the ones who try and be your friends on Facebook and post friendly things all the time. That's scary. You don't want that. A lot of craziness sometimes happens. They post some crazy things. Your friend's like, oh. Or you find out what your parents are really like, what they do in their personal time. And you have the clueless parents who have no idea how to use Facebook or Twitter or any of them, and they just kind of have it, but they really don't know how to use it, and that's always kind of the best situation. I wouldn't know which one would be best, in my opinion. Definitely not the scary. But at the same time, I don't want the clueless because, there's an element of curiosity with them still. I'd rather have the crazy, I guess, out of the three, because, at least it'd be fun. Crazy is always fun, so that's kind of what I have on the readings. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Other than that, have a great night, guys.